Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Viva-Mundo webinar. Today, we are joined by ITMO University in Russia, Moscow, to be correct. And please do ask questions throughout the whole of the webinar. We are here to answer your questions. Please do point them in the question and answer box at the bottom of your screen, and we will get to these at the end of the webinar. A little bit about Viva-Mundo and what we do. We are here to help you on every step of the way in your study abroad journey, whether that's visa advice, destination advice, and everything that comes with it. We are here to help you. Right, now I'm going to hand you over to Tatiana, and she will begin the webinar.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining our webinar today. We hope that it will be interesting and useful for you. My name is Tatiana, and I'm working for the International Admissions Office at ITMO University, where ITMO stands for Information Technologies, Mechanics, and Optics. And it's actually true that ITMO is one of the leading Russian universities in the fields of computer science, IT, and technology. And my colleagues and I will tell you today about the opportunities and the support and assistance that ITMO University offers to its students. But before going into more details, I would like to give you a brief introduction of the university. Just a sec. ITMO is located in the beautiful city of St. Petersburg, which is known as the Russian northern capital and the cultural center of Russia. And we have a huge amount of museums, galleries, art and gastronomy clusters, beautiful architecture here in the city. But besides the cultural aspect, St. Petersburg is also one of the largest Russian industrial, scientific, and educational centers. ITMO University is a relatively small university. We have 12,500 students, including more than 2,400 international students who study on different educational levels, starting from short-term exchange programs and to full-time master's and PhD programs. There are 6 major schools at ITMO, which cover more than 40 educational areas, including the most advanced ones, such as artificial intelligence, translational medicine, cybersecurity, robotics, quantum technologies, and biotech, as well as a number of interdisciplinary fields, such as infochemistry, bioinformatics, art and science, digital humanities, where different majors meet each other and produce really unique concepts. ITMO offers programs starting from the bachelor's level to master's and PhD programs. All bachelor's programs, as well as a part of master's degrees at ITMO University, are delivered in the Russian language. But non-Russian speaking applicants have an opportunity to complete a 1-year foundation program before the degrees in Russian language to learn Russian and to get prepared for the exams. For English-speaking applicants, ITMO offers more than 20 international master's degrees, which are fully run in English, including the master's degrees which offer double degree options. PhD programs at ITMO University is offered both in English and in Russian, and also provides an opportunity to get the double degree diploma. The foundation course is actually an intensive Russian language course, plus in-depth training in relevant subjects such as maths, physics, IT, chemistry, biology, depending on the desired degree program. The graduates of the foundation program learn Russian during 10 months and get proper preparation for the successful completion of the entrance examinations for further degree programs, bachelor's or master's. Applications for the foundation course is open during the whole year. There are no application deadlines, and the applicants are required to submit only 2 documents, which are the copy of the previous education document and also a copy of a passport, which is required for further invitation and visa procedures. Generally, tuition fees in Russian universities are considerably lower than in many other European countries, and lower than in many Latin American countries as well, and ITMO University is not an exception. However, scholarships and financial support is also available for international applicants, and I will tell you more about it a bit later. After the foundation course, the applicants just need to complete one entrance examinations to get admission to bachelor's or master's programs. These will be the major subject exam, and there will be the requirement to pass two exams for getting admission to PhD programs. Those will be also the major subject and a foreign language exam. You can see the average tuition fees on the slide, and again, the scholarships and financial support are available for the students of all these programs, as well as the exchange opportunities. Well, maybe more preferable option for English-speaking applicants would be the international master's programs. ITMO offers 25 international master's programs, which are fully run in English. Those programs are very interdisciplinary, meaning that the students have an opportunity to build up their own individual study tracks by comprising the major subjects, the subjects which are offered within other international master's programs, as well as certified online courses. And the study program is built up that way that the first semester the students attend the courses of fundamental courses, which are mostly related to languages, to entrepreneurial culture, to digital culture, and also soft skills. And starting from the second semester, the students start to study very deeply within the professional specializations that they are required to choose for themselves according to their professional and career expectation. Such interdisciplinary approach to education is very essential for the students to get to become more multi-skilled, more flexible, and more responsive to the rapidly changing world. As well as with the previous programs, scholarships and exchange opportunities are available for the students. And today I would like to tell you briefly about three main scholarship options which are available for the international students from any country of the world. And the first such option is the Open Doors International Olympiad, organized by the Association of Global Universities. This contest is for the applicants who would like to get admissions to master's or PhD programs at Russian top universities with tuition waivers and without any entrance examinations. This competition is fully run online, and it comprises two competition rounds. The first one is the portfolio contest, and the second one is a problem-solving challenge. For the PhD applicants, there will be also a third round, which is basically the online interview with the prospective supervisor for the chosen PhD program. The contest is actually ongoing at the moment. The first round, which is a portfolio competition, is now open, and the applications will be accepted until the 10th of December. So if you are interested in this option, I would recommend you to scan the QR code, which is available at the bottom of this slide, to get to the website and to get registered to submit your portfolio. The second general option for the international applicants from any country of the world is the Russian governmental scholarships or quotas for education. This contest is for applicants both for bachelor's, master's, and PhD programs at Russian top universities, and around 50,000 international students are allocated with such scholarships every year. This scholarship covers not only tuition fees, but also provides monthly allowances to the students, which can be spent, for example, to cover the accommodation costs. The application is also run online. The applicants is expected to fill out the registration form on the website, where they will need to submit the general application documents, which are passport, educational documents, and also the certified translations of those documents. They will need to choose up to 6 Russian universities in the priority order. And after that, the second application step will be to undergo the competitive selection in the applicant's country. The type of this competitive selection can vary from country to country. In some countries, it can be the online tests. In some countries, it can be online interviews. And in some countries, it can be the on-campus exam, which is usually arranged at the premises of the Russian cultural and scientific centers in foreign countries. As well as with the competitive selection, the deadline can also vary from country to country. That is why it's very important to get registered on the website of the competition, because after the registration, the applicants start to receive more precise information, more precise notifications from the coordinators of this competition in the applicant's country. So if you are interested, you are welcome to go to the website and also submit your registration. And one more scholarship option, which I would like to tell you about today, is ITMO University scholarships for master's students, for the students of international master's programs in chemistry, molecular biology, art and science, nanophotonics, and quantum materials. Besides tuition fees, these scholarships also cover either monthly allowances for the students, or they offer funding for thesis projects, or also there is a possibility to get the lab assistance positions. So the most successful candidates can be also employed within this, within the lab, which is in charge of the respective master's programs. Besides these two general options, ITMO University is also happy to offer financial support to the most outstanding students. So if the student possesses really outstanding achievements, he or she can also apply for the financial support of the university. Though beside the financial support, ITMO University also offers a full range of career assistance services, which is also very important for any student. And my colleague, Maria, the head of the Career Services Center, will share with you more about those options.
Thank you very much. So yes, my name is Maria, and I will tell you a little bit about our opportunities in Career Center in ITMO University and for ITMO graduates. So yes, please. So next slide, please. Yeah, it is important news about employment opportunities for foreign citizens in Russian Federation. So for students, so according to the federal law, full-time foreign students don't need a work permit to apply for a job in Russia. It is convenient to combine work and study during your time here in Russia, and you can take a lot of opportunities from companies and take some internships. And for graduates, like in different countries, after graduating from the Russian university, foreigners cannot stay in Russia or enjoy jobs if they have not obtained a work visa permit, like in other countries, of course. Next slide, please. So the Career Center is a subdivision of ITMO University, and the purpose of which is to assist students and graduates in choosing their area of professional development. And during the academic year, the center organizes and conducts a variety of events that help develop partnerships between the university and companies, and help students and alumni and to build an individual way and professional career plans. Next slide, please. So twice a year in autumn and spring, the largest career event, ITMO Future Careers, is held, with average up to 50 world companies take part in 5 key areas: IT industry, photonics and optics, biotechnology and photo industry, management and innovation, robotics and engineering. In addition to career days, the center products focused events for faculties, speed dating, job interview. It is quick interviews in the companies, job shadow, it is individual excursion to the company, and as well as open lectures, master classes, workshops, quizzes, business cases, presentations, and others. And each student can get advice on resume writing and writing motivation cover letters to the company, and can get individual career consultation from the top experts and HR experts. Next slide, please. So a little bit about companies. So ITMO University graduates are among the top paid specialists, especially in IT industry. Starting from the second year, students are constantly meeting with company presentation, where they learn about the nature of the company's activities and working conditions. And usually students after the third year course, third year, pass the summer internships in different companies. Here they not only gain experience and real work, but also begin to implement projects. They become the basis of their graduation bachelor's thesis. Students wishing to undertake further scientific work, as a rule, to internships and carry out their thesis in international labs of the faculty. And the value of ITMO University in the labor market is growing everywhere. And together with our additional office in Europe, in Brussels, we are looking for companies in Europe where our student can gain experience also. Next slide, please. Also, during our students, many students work at the university in scientific labs and projects. You can show more details on our website. And the last slide, please. Here you can also see useful links about career in the ITMO University or outside. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, please contact me, or I can answer after the last speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you for a comprehensive and brief information. I
Yeah.
think that there will be some questions regarding this topic, because it's really important for any student. And one more important domain for the students' professional development is business and entrepreneurships. And ITMO offers its students a full-fledged informational, operational, and financial support in this regard. And my colleague Igor, who is the Deputy Dean of the Faculty of Technological Management and Innovations, will tell you more about this right now.
Yeah, thank you, Tatiana, for a warm introduction. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you here online. And hope to see you next year, sometimes here in St. Petersburg. So I'll talk a little bit about our startup support system. Actually, we are working in this area about 10 years. So we've started, I think, in 2009 with the first events and first startups supporting events. So yeah, but actually we've launched some acceleration programs in 2012. So next slide, please. And since that time, so actually, yeah, the first one, real acceleration program, was run in 2013. Since that time, we've done 14 sessions, more than 3,000 applications received. Most of them are Russian-speaking startups, because actually we're focused on a Russian-speaking market, and the program was also completely in Russian. But hopefully, we'll see more international students and we have an opportunity to do a completely or a partial English program for startups. So we have a broad network of experts and mentors. We have several successful cases of alumnus. In total, I think since that time, our alumni will raised about 15 million US dollars, and some of them went overseas to the United States markets and are growing there. So they have some kind of important experience to share with you. Next slide, please. So these are our key principles of working with startups. So we have a 2-year preparation program. Actually, it is called a business thesis or a startup as diploma. So where you can receive a startup support during your master program or during 2 last years of your bachelor degree. Actually, this 4-semester program gives you an opportunity not only to like to get a team or to speak with the mentors or the expert, but also to pitch it to real world investors, to venture investors, to business angels, and to get it multiple times. Yes, to work on your projects, to get a feedback, and to test the hypothesis, to do the prototypes, and yeah, to get this real business experience during your study. Next slide, please. So that's briefly about our university startup ecosystem. It consists of, sorry, I have a small kid here. Also a future startupper would like to join us. Yeah, actually, yeah, the same analogy. So we are helping you from a very early stage, from an idea stage, and it helps you to find corporate partners, to help you connect with venture capital funds, with private equities funds. And of course, we have several accelerators, business angels, our partners, which are giving you money support or an expertise support. Next slide, please. So yeah, that's actually our global map. My colleagues told a little bit about our Brussels office. Right now, this year we've established, we have a colleague in Toronto working on bringing our startups and our technologies to US markets and to Northern American markets. Next slide, please. Yeah, then once more some pictures from our events. That's David Varuki, one of partner from Mangrove Capital Partner, one of the largest European funds, venture funds, based in Luxembourg. Yes, sorry. And actually, Mangrove Capital Partners was one of the first investors in Skype, and that's opportunity to pitch your startup before this, like well-known investors cost a lot for some of the projects. The next slide, please. We have also several workshops which are which are a part of your study or extra activities you can participate also in. So that's one of our photos also from it. Next slide, please. Of course, we encourage you to work in a team, and so you will be not working alone on your startup. So and that's one of important part of our work, to help you get your co-founders and to work as a team on your startups. Next slide, please. All the startups, all projects working during this 4-semester programs have a personal mentor, and it's often, most of the cases, that's quite an experienced entrepreneur who is participating, like on a part-time basis in your startup, and actually you'll have an opportunity to speak with them once in a month, or maybe often, if he or she suggests it is useful for you. Next slide, please. And we have a weekly traction meetings, which gives you an opportunity to get support from your colleagues, from your for startups participating in this program, in the acceleration program. Next slide, please. This all gives you opportunity to feel rhythm of a startup business during your study, during your bachelor or your master degree. And I think that's quite an unique experience, which allows you to get this, like a real world feeling. Well, what does it mean to be a startup founder? Next slide, please. So that's several pictures of our experts and mentors working with us. Most of them are Russian speaking, but yeah, they're quite free in English. And we are continuing to make to get even more people on board to work with our startups. Next slide, please. So yeah, some of the business partners, my colleagues mentioned some of them, and so these are partners have worked or supported our startups or participated in our events. Next slide, please. Yeah, and this some of examples of our graduates. For example, from 2020, they graduated in this summer. Yeah. This project with the fast hardening foam is, like a deep technology based startup based on ITMO research. So on one of our lab, and actually it's the innovation here is quite unique especially for Russian market, but I think those also worldwide. And actually, as we see, this project has started to get some early traction results already. Next slide, please. So yeah, that's how it works, how the products will work for this project, for this technology-based projects. Okay, thank you, colleagues. I think that was a quick overview.
Thank you, Igor. Yeah, that was very interesting and very inspiring. And we actually have one more useful piece of information for you today. As it is always good to know in advance for international students what expenses can await them in a foreign country. Alina, who is one of ITMO students and also the coordinator of the Body System Student Club, will share with you more practical information in this regard.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Tatiana, for introduction. So, today I'm gonna tell you about cost of living in St. Petersburg. So, next slide, please. Let's start with accommodation. You have several variants of living in St. Petersburg, such as dormitory, hostel or hotel, and private apartment. The cheapest way is, of course, to live in the dormitory. The payment per month is about $30 per month, and it depends on the dormitory. If you want to stay at hostel, you will pay around $200. And of course, apartment rent is the most expensive way for the students. Monthly payment can reach $350 till $500 per month, and it depends on the location. Close to the city center, of course, more expensive. Okay, next slide, please. Transport. If you're a bachelor or master students, you will have the opportunity to purchase a CSC. It's a contactless smart card for the student. With this card, you can use both surface and underground transport, and it will be very cheap. You can choose one of two available tariffs. The tariff for $7.50 per month. It's included only 100 metro trips. And the second tariff is $15, included 100 metro trips, as well as unlimited of all ground transport. If you are an exchange student, you cannot apply for CSC. However, you can purchase a подорожник ticket. The more trips you make with it, the lower the cost of subsequent trips. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, let's talk about food. If you prefer to cook by yourself, you can use different apps where you can find all promotions that country taking place in the shops. This opportunity can help you to save really enough money. Next slide, please. If you don't want to cook and prefer to buy like ready-made food, you can find many fast food restaurants with reasonable prices. There are also discounts for ITMO students in some cafes. During the day, you can also visit and have a lunch in the ITMO canteen. The average price of lunch is about $4 and $4, yep. And trust me, it's really tasty. In St. Petersburg, there are many also coffee shops. Some of them offer good student discounts, and you can buy a cup of coffee for only like $1.50. In addition, there are many bakeries in the city with affordable prices and delicious pastries. Next slide, please. And of course, free time and discounts. In St. Petersburg, there are many interesting places for visiting, including museums, theaters, cinemas, and parks. Students can visit state attractions with a big discount or even completely free. For example, Hermitage Museum. Theater tickets are usually more expensive than museums, but sometimes you can get discount tickets provided by ITMO University. ITMO University also conducts excursions for students around St. Petersburg, Leningrad region cities, Moscow, and Karelia. Commercial recreation facilities such as sport and leisure centers, cinemas also offer student discounts. For example, you can visit cinema at daytime for only $2. Next slide, please. On this slide, you can see there are options of modern places in St. Petersburg, like New Holland Island or Sevkabel, which are really popular. Next slide, please. On this slide, you can see photos of some of modern places in St. Petersburg. For example, Ice Rink in New Holland and Planetarium. So me and my colleagues from Body System asked students who has already been in St. Petersburg and has some experience, and we make a video with these questions and their answers. So Tatiana, please, can you show us this video?
When you're in St. Petersburg, you can find a lot of tasty food. I would recommend you to try Teremok and Evrazia, which are very easy to find places where you can try very tasty food, but cheap at the same time. And of course, I would recommend you to try Georgian cuisine, which is amazing. And you have to try this Georgian typical dish, which is khachapuri. But of course, if you want to cook your own food, then you should buy your ingredients at local markets or, for example, at supermarkets like Petersburg, where you can find pretty much everything you need.
Hello guys, when I stay in Russia, I started to go to the local supermarket or the market just near our university to buy the tasty and cheap food.
Where can you find some good, cheap food? No, I didn't go in a lot of restaurants. I went a lot in Shavelma. It's very, very cheap and very cool. And if you want to cook something, you can make your grocery in barbecue stock. It's not very expensive, and there is a lot of barbecue stock. Or you can go in Dixie. It's open, like always open, never closed.
ITMO University will provide you with basically two kinds of accommodation. The first one is what Russians call общежитие, the dormitory. Here you will share your bathroom, and the common areas. But on the bright side, the rent is very, very low. And if you find some nice roommates, you can still have a very, very good experience. But of course, you can also choose to stay in an apartment where usually you have a private bedroom and sometimes even a private bathroom. But of course, this option is much, much more expensive.
For the living option, I would choose the hostel that offered by our university because first of all, it is quite cheap, and the second, it's quite clean and tidy. And the one way you need to do is just bring your luggage into that hostel.
After finding a good accommodation, when I arrived in St. P, my university proposed to me a lot of accommodation like rooming hostel or dormitory and things like this. But I preferred find some other exchange student and find own apartment. So I passed one very cool year in a Russian apartment with two other French students. It was pretty cool.
One thing about St. Petersburg is that you can never get bored. There are tons of activities and events that you can join, and your buddies will provide you with discounted tickets, for example, to ice hockey or the ballet at Mariinsky Theater. And don't forget to always have your student card with you, because it will allow you to visit lots of places for less and sometimes even for free, like for example, the Hermitage.
For my way to saving money from the entertainment, actually for me, if I go to the museum, I will bring my student ID card because it is quite useful for you to save money. And also, if you want to go to club, it is a must for you to choose the one that is having offer for students.
Well, thanks for such a nice video, Alina. It's always great to know about practical things from the first-hand experience, the experience of the actual international students who studied at ITMO University. And we hope that this was useful for you. And that actually was the last part of our session today. And we will be very happy to answer any questions if we have them.
Hi guys, thank you so much for a brilliant presentation. We do have a few questions in the question box, so I'm just going to ask you them now. There is one question regarding COVID. Is it safe to study in Russia currently in the COVID pandemic?
Yeah, unfortunately, everybody in the world have to face the consequences of this global outbreak, and ITMO is not an exception, of course. Well, recently the studies had been transferred to the online mode, and it will be held online until the 6th of February next year. Though it doesn't mean that the students do not have full access to the classes, to the study materials, or even to the lab, because the studies are arranged full-fledged, and we are accepting the new applications. We are open for the new students, and ITMO provides all the necessary medical and information support in this regard to its students as well.
Great, thank you. The next question is, do I need work experience from my country to be able to work in Russia?
So each experience, if this experience according to your academic program, will be okay. It will be great. Each experience is great.
Awesome. And how good does my Russian need to be to study at ITMO?
Well, it depends on the program that you would like to apply for. If you would like to start from the very beginning, from the bachelor's degree, then if you already speak Russian, then a A2 level will be fine to pass the entrance exam. If you do not speak Russian good enough yet, you are welcome to join the foundation course during which you will learn Russian and also will get more deep knowledge in the relevant subjects which will be required for you in your future degree studies.
Great. And roughly how many international students go to ITMO each year, would you say?
Well, it depends also on the programs, on the level of education, because ITMO University is more focused on master's and PhD levels. We have quite many students for master's and PhD studies. However, for bachelor's programs, a lot of scholarship students actually study at ITMO University. Each intake, it would be around 1,000 students for bachelor's and master's programs. Well, that is very, very much averagely. As for the short-term and exchange courses, each semester it will be around 100, 200 students, depending on the programs.
Great. And one of the last questions that I have seen, how long can I work in Russia for? How long can I stay and live in Russia whilst working?
Each students and foreign students can work during their study time. That's all.
And
After graduates, each student have to take a permit for other job.
Yeah, well, actually, as Maria mentioned during her presentation, the full-time students in Russia do not need any specific permit for work. So the work opportunities are available for international students upon their student visas, and it is not limited with any number of hours, let's say, as in many European countries, for example, the students are allowed to work, let's say, 20 hours per week. It is not limited in Russia. However, of course, the students should be very attentive with the working hours, not to, to combine work and studies efficiently. Yeah. And after the graduation, the students should have the work permit, and according to the job contract with the employer, this work permit will be extended according to the duration of this contract, actually. So this will be the basic condition for the for the opportunity to stay in Russia for working.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, thank you for a brilliant presentation, and everyone to you for attending. Please do check out viva-mundo.com if you want to find out some more information on your studies abroad. And of course, click onto ITMO University, where we have plenty of content for you to interact with. Any last words, Tatiana?
Well, we are open for your questions. You can contact us via email, via Facebook, Instagram, any socials, actually. Feel free to ask any questions if you will have them afterwards, and let's stay in touch.
Brilliant. Have a great day, everybody, or evening, wherever you are. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.